Hello, this is wmpyr. This is a requested video. I was asked to do Escrima for police and military police. Um, yeah, I think this is a very interesting subject. And first things first, I know that like if you're police, you're going to be using like a collapsible baton, and there are like a certification course that you're going to take. And it's not like they spend a whole lot of time doing that, but they will teach you like super basic stuff. Escrima wise, it would be like a very basic angles of attack form, probably just one form, and you're going to be taught that, and you're going to practice doing that with a full swing. Maybe some attack and defense partner drills, and I believe that's pretty much it. You might learn one or two extra techniques where you could use the baton for getting leverage in holds and takedown techniques like that. Very specific techniques. So you might learn, um, two or three of those max, I would think. But yeah, so my 2 cents on it is, well, you know, that's definitely, I don't think they're wrong in teaching that kind of stuff. But then on top of that, I think the flail, something that I showed recently in a recent YouTube video that I uploaded, um, the flail technique I think is very useful because think of it this way: it's like a boxer who is using the jab not to set up the cross or an uppercut. You're using the jab so that the bad guy can't come in. Your opponent cannot come in because the damage that they really want to do to you has to be closer to you. And if they're not able to get close or get in the pocket, so to speak, then that's good for you. And the jab can do that. You could pepper them with jabs. And the flail is like that. It's the same kind of idea. The only problem with the flail is that you're not going to probably learn it in one day. You won't be able to do the flail effectively in one day. It does take some practice, some consistent practice. And for a police course, that starts to get more commitment, more difficult for police officers because a lot of times they're not willing to put in that amount of time into that. But I do feel that the flail is important. Another thing is to hold a Escrima stick with both hands like so, and to use it this way. I think this is very important, valuable, and because the stick was originally like this was for the sword. Um, Obviously, you can't do this with a sword, but when you go to knife, or even with something like a machete, or even a sword, we can modify it. You don't have to hold it like this. You can kind of do this kind of thing and modify it. The idea is to have both hands on the weapon or on the handle of the weapon. Or it could be something like this. It's still both hands on the weapon. I'm just not gripping it. But I think that technique and to be able to handle the stick, the baton or the stick that way, I think is very valuable, especially in closer range, riot control, that kind of situation. So I would definitely recommend that kind of practice where you are holding the stick with two hands like so. And attack defend drill I think is very valuable, practicing that so one person can attack with the stick normal and the other person can defend with both hands on the stick like so. And also if you can get like a uh, padding, very thick padding, and attack each other with that padding, and then the defender is using the stick like so, and really pushing off to where it is a strike with the stick like this to keep the opponent off of them. That kind of practice, I think, is not just defending against attacks, but when someone's really trying to come in, and essentially you would be hitting them like on this area with the stick like so. I believe that can be very, very valuable. And then now we're also talking about like pugil stick techniques where you will be striking with either end of the stick as well. That's my recommendation. That's it for now. Thank you for viewing, and take care, folks.